Hello and welcome back to Holopon Solo Sagas. Today is the continuation of last week's episode where I had to cut it in half. We will be playing the run against the Atlantis Club Atlantis, and the executive that the Silver Girls had wanted us to hit for Cyberpunk Red. I warn you now, there is a point midway through where my third camera, the one that gets a bit flaky, fails. I do apologise, so you lose some of the miniatures for a bit. But apart from that, it's all fine and dandy. And for once, I actually know what happens at the end whilst I'm filming the beginning. Enjoy Cyberpunk Red. I've got this lined up, which you should be able to see here. So we've got, the glare of the lights is going to muck it up a little bit, but not much I can do about that. So we have my monitor lay flat, and there is a bar map, which I think is also one of the Loki maps. L-O-K-E, so that's Loki. Maps, and I've just got one figure on there. So I've just sort of scaled the map up, so each square is equal to a 2 meter, 2m/y. So 2 meter, 2 yard square. And then we've got the side, and this is the inside of our club that we're not quite inside yet. So first off, we've got, so this is the evening of the 26th. We will have took public transport to the Glen, to the Club Atlantis around, I don't know, let's say it's 10:30, 11 o'clock. First off, we need Timu to get us into the club. Miriam's brought her deck. It's in her I don't know, so I think she's got a small carry-all, so she's carrying it in like her small deck with her. We've got Timu. Now we've got weapons. First off, Timu's got to try and get us in, and then we're going to try and conceal weapons. Say we've concealed our weapons to get in. We will try and conceal everything and see what we can get in with, and then we'll initiate combat once we get in, and to give Miriam a chance to hack the local network. I've created a net runner which Miriam can go against, and I've created a bodyguard and a mook that we can go against. Anyway, first off, Timu's got to try and get us in. So Timu goes up to the doors, he's chatting to them, he's just trying to get us past the automated security and get us into there. We will have him doing, so what will be, maybe it's going to try and bribe our way in. We will have, let's see, we could do bribery, there's conversation, persuasion, he's got persuasion. So we might use persuasion and use a complementary skill roll. Let's see, maybe not, who's got the best personal grooming? So he's got a 7, Miriam has an 8 with a +2. So Miriam gets +2, because Miriam has both hair and skin. So Miriam has shift tack eyes, tech hair, and chem skin, which gives her +2 personal grooming. So Miriam is going to attempt to roll a personal grooming DV, and we're going to say it's difficult to convince them that she is something special. So we are going to use Miriam's personal grooming, which is a stat of 6 with a +2, gives us a base of 8. She's going to have to try and convince them, which isn't great. So we'd say it's difficult, which is a 15. No, so that's an 8. What can we do? No, well, there is the luck, isn't it? We can burn luck, but you're not supposed to burn it after the fact. But I'm going to allow us always to put, like, there's a bit, you're meant to burn it first. So she's got an personal grooming of 8. So that's an 11. So we need to burn 4 of Miriam's luck, giving her 3 left. It's meant to be a 2 for 1, was one of the suggestions, but I'm solo playing, isn't it? So Miriam looks absolutely fantastic. Miriam looking absolutely fantastic, coming to the club. People are turning their heads because of the way she's looking. Owen is immune to this. Owen's got his... So her borderline personality disorder means that she likes to be centre of attention. So because she's got borderline personality disorder. Although maybe we could have Owen. Owen needs to make a call check. Let's see what he can get to basically keep his check. Otherwise, he's starting to get really, really agged up that everyone is checking her out. And he knows it's part of the plan, but he's getting agged up. So he's got a call of 6. So we could do this as concentration. He's trying to concentrate on the plan. Concentration, which is willpower. So he's got a will of 6, a concentration of 2, give him a base of 8. He needs to make 15. 1. Okay, so that goes down to a 2 because that's a critical failure. He's getting, so basically as soon as he gets in the club, he's going to initiate combat with this dude. He knows what they look like. It's been described to him. He's going to find the executive and he's going to just wade in. So, Timu gets a +1 to get him past the door. He is going to attempt to, so he's got human perception +2, interrogation +2 because of his ears, but that's not going to help. He's got all bribery, persuasion. Persuasion gives him 11, +1 gives him a 12. It's going to be difficult, professional to get him in. Oh, that's exactly 17. And professional is a 17 DV. So that's a 17 exactly. So they'll let him in. They'll wait because obviously she's looking really good. That makes the club look good. So they're going to let him come in. He's explained that Owen is her bodyguard. He is her he's her dealer. She's an up and coming media starlet, and they usher them into the club. They're in. It's all busy inside the club. There's people all over the place. We come into the club. There's the 3 of us moving in to the club. At the side, we have Miriam, Owen, and Timu will be coming in this side. Over here, we have actually not been told correctly. We've got a bodyguard, who's this woman in a trench coat. Then we have our executive, who's perched on the seat looking around for this person who called and invited them in. And they have this mook friend who's just situated next to them. Now, we are going to say that we can see that there is an access point here. So Miriam needs to get within 3 squares or 6 meters of the access point to be able to do her hack. So Miriam is going to have to try and get over to here to do her hack. And we are going to try and wade into here. So first off, even though Timu has a 9 for conceal reveal object, he might try and conceal his pistol. He's going to try and conceal one of his pistols. Oh, he does. Oh, he does. He gets 29. So Timu gets a heavy pistol in, but he's also got his rippers. He's also got his pouch. So he's got an internal pouch, but it won't fit a pistol. So he has said to Owen, don't worry, I'll take the pistol in. Owen is all right, and Owen's got his baton that he'll take in, but he's also got his big knucks, so he might just not bother taking the baton. So Timu can pass Owen the pistol if need be. Owen does have his backpack on, and he's going in with the backpack. That's all fine because he's security. He's going in. We've got the noise. Everything's going on. So we want them to be able to get over and close without catching much attention. Maybe dancing. Maybe they're going to try and dance their way over. That's quiet. So what we've got? Dance. Okay, so Timu, he's going to try dancing. Timu's not great at dancing, so he might cause attention, draw attention to themselves. We'll say it's an everyday of 13. He's got a 6. So what's that? That gives us 14. A 6 for dancing because of his dex gives a 14 with the 8, so he dances over quite easily. Owen's dance, he's got an 8. Owen is too angry. Owen slightly catches, so they get to roll human perception, see if they spot Owen coming over. Whereas Timu, there's loads of people around here. They're all moving around, mingling, chatting. There's music playing. It's quite heavy and loud and thumping. Miriam's dance is a 6. So what does that give us? That gives us an 11. Miriam isn't much of a dancer, and so Miriam is also possibly causing attention. So we are going to say that Timu can do his move, which is 6, and can get across to where he wants to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Miriam can do a half move before they get to do a roll. Miriam's move is 7. 1, 2, 3. Miriam wants to go over here, and Miriam is going to try hacking in, and then she might even. So if she can get all the way through, that would be cool. I've not done this before, so it'd be cool. Owen has got a move of 8, so he can do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to make them roll human perception, which was the one thing I don't think I wrote down. I did. They've got a +5, so he gets a +5. I'm going to give him a +1 to this, so he gets a 6 to see if he can spot them. I'm going to say it's every day to notice that these people are a bit standing out, which is a 6 +4, which is a 10, which doesn't quite match it because there's lots of people moving around, so they get to there. We will have Owen is going to attempt to move up at this point and get within close range of him before these two will step in, possibly. So Owen's going to try and make one more dance roll. That's a 12, so he gets to go 1, 2, 3, 4 before these will then step up to basically go into protection mode, which will then give Timu a chance to step in, and then we will ask them to roll initiatives. So, initiative order. We will go for everyone who's going to roll initiative, and then we'll stick them in off the queue. First off, we'll have Owen. His reflex is 7, so Owen gets a 9. Timu, reflex is 5, gets a 14. Miriam, reflex is 7, gets a 9. The Mook's reflex is 6, gets a 14. The Bodyguard, whose reflex is 6, gets a 12. The Executive is just a normal everyday dude. Will give him a reflex of 2. He gets a 9 as well. So we have the Mook going first, then Timu, then the Bodyguard, then Owen, then Miriam, then the Executive. This is why Owen wants Speedwear. So the Mook is this dude. The Mook is going to think that something dodgy is going on, and he's going to want to step up and try and hit. He's going to step up, click out some rippers, and he is going to go for Owen, who is stepping forwards. So we have the Mook's Dex plus their melee, which is a base of 11, versus Owen's Dex plus evasion. So we have the Mook steps in with melee. So we will do the Mook steps forwards, clicks out Ripper Blades, and he's going to attempt to come in to Owen. And the Mook rolls a 2 plus his 11, getting a 13, which doesn't beat Owen's 14 unless Owen rolls a 1. Now Owen has put 4 points of his combat abilities into ignoring fumbles. So Owen ignores all 1s on combat. Going an 8, so Owen dodges out of the way as the blades snick out and come slashing towards Owen. Next we have Timu. Timu has stepped up to the side where this geezer is here. Timu will, I think instead of pulling the gun and doing fatal, Timu is going to try and slash up this Bodyguard. So this is the Bodyguard that Timu is against. And see if he can persuade the Bodyguard not to get involved. I believe the Bodyguard only has an evasion of 7. This is from the core book. So Timu is going to snick his right hand blade, leave the pistol where it is for now, just in case it's not needed. No point going too hard too fast. He has a melee of 10 base, giving a 17. The Bodyguard has an evade of 7, so that's a 1, so that's an 8 minus 1, so that's a 7. So Timu gets a good slashing across the Bodyguard, doing 2d6 damage, only doing half, so rounded up, so 4 points of armor. This would be in the body, doing 8 points, negated by 4, so 4 points go through, taking the guard to 31 hit points. The guard So that's Timu. Then the bodyguard. The bodyguard is going to turn on Timu. The bodyguard has brawling. Now he does have a pistol. I think he is going to pull his pistol and he will attempt to move backwards. Actually, I just forgot. All of those weapons are, I think they are rate of fire 2. So if it's rate of fire 2, which means that the Mook gets another attack on Owen and Timu gets another attack on the security guards. So the Mook gets to attack Owen again. Oh, that's not good. Well, the Mook is definitely not hitting Owen because the Mook has got, so that would be 12, so that's only 9. So Owen definitely dodges that because he negates ones. So the Mook with his rippers tries to hit Owen. Owen dodges again. Timu with his rippers. Oh, Timu's good. So Timu gets a 19. The bodyguard with his 7 doesn't dodge. Timu does 6 points so 2 points go through, taking the bodyguard to 29 hit points. Now we're on the bodyguard. So the bodyguard has got a move of 4. So the bodyguard's going to go, he doesn't want to, so maybe the bodyguard is going to attempt to move the executive back. So pushing the executive back, which will be his turn, and drawing his pistol, which is the bodyguard's turn. So the bodyguard draws pistol and moves the executive back, which is who he's meant to be guarding. And that's what the bodyguard does on his turn. We then have Owen. He's going to do... So he drew his pistol. Owen is going to step over to here and attempt to do a brawl attack and then a melee attack and then an Kaido attack on the bodyguard and then take his pistol off of him. So first off, he attempts to do a brawling attack with a base of 14. Giving him a 21 against the bodyguard, attempts to evade, 7, so 11. So he does a brawling hit with his knuckles, which is 2d6, doing 7 points, 4 for the armor, which is 3 goes through, taking it to 26. And then he attempts to do an Aikido martial arts hit, which is just the same as Big Knucks, but it's using the martial arts skill, which he has a 12 in. There we go, which is a 21. He's got a 7, so doesn't defend against that. 2d6 damage again. 6 points, 4 defense, 2 goes through, taking him to 24 points. But because he got the 2 hits on him, he can then attempt to do a disarm, which means he needs to make a DV15 martial arts attack. He's got a 12 as his base, and then he will have the pistol. Oh, no. So 12, so that's a 13, so he fails. So the guy still has the pistol, but he's up in his face. Miriam is going to move to here, and then she is going to now switch over to net actions. Miriam has 3 net actions. So her first action, she is going to jack in. She can do that if she's within 6 yards of the access point. So she jacks in. The first layer of this, as she jacks in, is a password. So she is going to fire up. So she's going to attempt to get through the password level here, which is a DV6. And so that is her interface plus a D10. And because she's fired up her worm, she gets +2 to backdoor checks. So I think that is, so she jacks in, activates, jacks in, basically what have we got? Okay, I think, because this is my first one, she jacks in, 1 action. 2, she is going to do a Pathfinder run and see if she can find the map of this and see if she can work out what is here. Pathfinder roll is a D10 plus her interface, which is 4. That's a 13. So 13 is all right. 13 is, so that's every day. So we would say that there is, this level is password. We are going to say that we know that there are at least 3 levels. to this architecture, but we can't see past the password file. Now, I know what's past the password file. It's a password, skunk, and then the file at the bottom is what she wants to get access to. It was automatically generated using a piece of software I found, which I'll put down the link, but I'm not too sure if you'll be able to find it or not. Or even though I can find it again. So then that's her second turn, is running running Pathfinder. So then she can't slide past the password file, so she needs to put in a password to get through to the next level down. And she has to get down there to get down to the bottom to put in her override. So this is, she needs to then try and get past the password, but that is a backdoor run. But first off, I think she needs to activate her worm to get through first. Yes, so she's got to res the worm first. So first off, she reses, and then her final action, she reses the worm. So worm is resed. And that's the end of Miriam's turn. Next, we have the executive. The executive, seeing a handgun being drawn, is going to attempt to get over to the other side of here, other side of the bar. So that's all he's going to do. He's going to climb over to the other side of the bar. Next, back round. Top we go. Mook, which is this Mook here. The Mook is a bit peeved that he wasn't able to touch Owen. Timu has got claws out. So the Mook is going to come over. The Mook's going to come over and attempt to slash both of them. So first off, he's going to attempt to slash Timu. He's got an 11, so that's a 13. Timu has a evade of 10, so that's a 16. So Timu dodges the attack from the blades that come slashing across, and then the second attack goes against Owen. What was that? That's an 11, so that's an 18. Owen has a evade 14. 18 and 18, which I think because it's a match, it doesn't defeat the defender. So the Mook steps in, and the Mook is a Mook. So that's not great, is it? Timu now is going to try and put this Mook out of action. He could. Now there is a gun out, so people have started screaming and guns been messaged off. And so possibly we might have some security coming. Let's say in a D6 rounds, we'll have security coming. Security comes in 3 rounds. So we'll tick off rounds after this one. Every time we come back up to the Mook. So we have, I think this camera failed at some point, and so some of that would have been lost, and I've just caught it, so we'll pick it up. So basically everything that was described now looks like this. We just had the Mook do slash slash. Now we're on Timu. Timu has 1 ripper out, but he could pull out a pistol and take a shot at someone. But that, we're in a club, there's a chance that someone might get hit by accident. Timu doesn't want to do that, but he knows that that's what Owen's desperate for. Owen just wants to hurt someone. Timu is going to, I think Timu's going to try and do the job at hand. Timu has a move of 6. Timu is going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to attempt to jump on there. I'm going to say that's athletics for Timu to do that. Timu has an 8 for athletics. I'm going to say it's sort of like simple to everyday. That gives a 12. 13 is everyday. 9 is simple. I think that's fine for Timu to have jumped on the bar. So that was, he was there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is Timu's move. And then Timu is basically going to tell the executive that this is a message from Clementina, and he's going to regret ever having messed with the Silver Girls. That's Timu. Owen is regretting him doing that because now Owen is facing down 2 people. It was Timu, now it's the bodyguard. The bodyguard drew the bodyguard's pistol. So the bodyguard has seen Timu do that. The bodyguard is going to move. The bodyguard's got to move a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and going to attempt to shoot Timu. That is pistol within 6. It's a 13. I don't think this bodyguard's going to have a problem with that. Bodyguard's got a 10. 17. So the bodyguard shoots the pistol. I think a pistol goes twice. This is a heavy pistol, very heavy pistol, 46, at Timu, who's up on the bar. Owen is not going to like that at all. So we would go, so that's a hit against Timu. Where's Timu? Timu is here. Timu has SP of 11. It's 4d6 for a very heavy pistol. This is definitely, we're going to have security going to get called in. We've got a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So the jacket stops it. Oh, that should have dropped. I think all those hits that went through would have stopped the jacket, wouldn't they? That would stop that because it stopped the jacket, reduces its... Oh no, it's only if it gets penetrated. It didn't get penetrated. Exactly 11 is exactly 11. And at this point, we're not going to start doing a minimum of 1 point damage. Though we could, couldn't we? No, we're not. So the bullet hits Timu's very plush Asia Pop jacket. Hits it very John Wick style. Deadens the bullet because it was only did 11 points damage. I don't think a very heavy pistol has a rate of fire of 1 because Miriam has 1. That is the bodyguard. Owen is going to hate that. Owen is going to try and punch this mook in the face. Oh no, he's going to go and get that pistol again. He's going to move over. He's going to grab at the pistol and attempt to take it out of that out of the bodyguard's hands. Owen he's going to do a brawling hit first, which is a 14s, which is 23. He had a 7, didn't he? Which is no. So he hits with the punch to the back of the guy's head to distract him. 10 points. 4, which is 6 points going through. I think his body armor would have reduced because he's been hit 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I think that reduces down to 3 if I remember this right. Yes, if damage penetrates the armor, lower its SP by 1. So his body armor has dropped to 3. So it's not as good anymore because it's been slashed up. Then he's going to attempt to use a martial arts attack, Aikido, to try and hit him. This guy's got a 12. So that's a 10. So that's 22. So that's 27. Oh, the guy's got 7s. So that's 17. No, doesn't defend against that. So that does another 2d6 damage. Doing 6. 4 points go through. It reduces again. The guy's on 14, which means that he is now seriously injured. He's on less than half hit points, which means he's -2 to all actions. And now Owen's going to try and grab hold of that pistol. No, he's not very good at grabbing, which is probably good for the crowd. Is everything recording? Yes. So that's Owen. Owen has taken that. So the bodyguard's about to go down. Now we've got Miriam. Miriam has rezzed that. So now she's going to attempt to get through the password, which is a D10 +4 +2. So D10 +6. She can't fail this. Oh, she can fail this. So what's that? So that is 10 +4 +2, 16, 17, 13. So a 13 still means that she gets through the password file. So she is able to bypass the password file, which means that next she is going to move down to the next level, which is not a turn at all. That's where she sees a piece of black ice kick into run in detecting her presence, which is Skunk. Skunk, which it randomly rolled Skunk. Where are you? Skunk is anti-personnel black ice. It will res itself in her coming in. If it does a successful hit, that's where our enemy netrunner is going to be warned that she's in here. Or we can call the Skunk is the challenge because it's above her level. Skunk has a speed of 4, so we roll a D10 +4. 1, not good. So that's a 5. Miriam has an interface of 4, so she has no speed stuff running. So she gets a 4, 5, 6, 7. So Miriam goes first, which means that as she comes in, she spots it as it reses, and it will now go into the initiative order at the top where it is going to attack Miriam on its turn. So Miriam has 2 net actions remaining. She is going to, so she has 2 swords installed on her deck. So she is going to res the first sword and attack the skunk with sword. So she rolls her interface of 4 plus sword's attack, which is 1, plus a d10. Giving her, what's that, 5, giving her 9. The black ice skunk has a defense of 2, so it rolls a 2 plus a d10. That's 9. Now, based on the fact it's a 9, in the case of a defense, so it's got a defense of 2 plus 7 is a 9. A tie means the defender wins. Now, luckily, because you can only do 1 attack program per turn, she can't rerun that one version of sword, but she does have a second version of sword installed on her deck. And so what she will do is she will trigger the second version of sword, and she is going to attempt to use that one, which is a 4 plus 1, which is a 5. Plus 9 gives her a 13. No, gives her a 14. It's got a 2 plus 1, so that's fails. So she hits with the second sword program. Sword doing 3d6 damage, res damage to black ice, and only 2d6 to non-black ice. This skunk is black ice, so it is anti-personnel. Skunk is anti-personnel, so she needs to do 3d6 damage. It has a res of 10. So she does only 9 points, leaving it on 1 point up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Leaving it 1 point still alive and still functioning. Bits of static go off, and Miriam panics because when it comes round, Miriam's done for. The executive is going to cower into a small ball as the blades from Timu reach out and threaten this executive. Our next round, this is 2 rounds and then security's being called, and he's going to start to cause problems. Back to the top we have Skunk. Skunk is going to attempt to attack Miriam. This will attempt to latch on to Miriam, and if it succeeds to latch on to Miriam, it makes it a -2 for Miriam to slide away, and it will highlight to this netrunner that we've created that Miriam is inside the system, and that netrunner is going to come for Miriam. So Skunk has an attack of 4, giving an 8. Miriam has no defenses up and has no armor up, so she has her own interface plus a d10, and she might throw her 3 points of luck at it as well. So that had an 8, so Miriam has 4 plus, or a 1, so that's not good. Okay, so Miriam does a critical failure no matter what she throws luck at. Miriam is now targeted, and that netrunner knows Miriam is there, so the netrunner has an reflex of 5, giving 11. So the netrunner knows that she's there and is going to come in on this round, I reckon, is high because he's already in the system. So unless Miriam can slide, so Miriam is going to have to. If Miriam can kill the skunk, then we will say that the netrunner is going to have to find Miriam. If Miriam can get in to the bottom before the netrunner has ejected Miriam from the system. But Miriam needs to get to the bottom to be able to get this job done so we can earn the money. Mook. This Mook here probably doesn't know that Miriam is one of them. And so the Mook is going to come across to Owen probably. 1, 2, 3, 4 to Owen and attempt to do 2 hits on Owen with his razor claws. So it's 11s, which is 17. Owen has a 14 evade, so evades. 11, 15s, or only needs to roll a 1. Owen evades. That Mook is really annoyed, and Owen might just face him down afterwards. We then have Timu. Timu has done his threat. This guy tried to shoot Timu. Timu is going to move across and attempt to rip a claw the dude. It's probably might not hit. Timu has that's 16. So what was his? It was a 7, wasn't it? Failing, so he gets hit by the rippers. 3 points. I This might be only 1 point, so 2 points go through. Putting this guy's body armor is shredded because it was only leather body armor. He's on 12 hit points. He's about to go down, and then Timu will attempt to hit him again, which would be a, what was it? It was 11, wasn't it? 10, so that's a 17, and the guy fouls. Oh, that's a crit. That's a crit. Timu gets a crit on him. So if you roll sixes on more than 2 dice, 2 or more dice, and everything comes up as 6, it's a critical hit. So this is a critical body hit. So we roll 2d6, which is a 5. Broken ribs, so he puts him down. So Timu puts this dude down. So the bodyguard goes down. Timu is going to start saying, we're going to have to go, time to go, time to go. Who's next? So it's Timu, bodyguard is out, Netrunner. The Netrunner is going to attempt, so the Netrunner is already jacked in, is going to attempt to find, first net action is going to attempt to find Miriam and find where Miriam is. So Miriam has a -2 to this roll because of the skunk. So Miriam technically has a 2. Oh, that's good. 10. So that's 19. So that's 21. The Netrunner has an interface of 4. Probably not going to be able to find this. No, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the Netrunner, has it got anything in the system that would help? No, because I gave him -2 for that. There's nothing that would help. So the Netrunner has Banhammer, Deck Crash, Erase, Hellbolt, Shield, Sword, and Worm equipped, based on the Netrunner in the core book. So the Netrunner can't find on the first one, so we'll try again. So we've got Miriam. Oh, not so good. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 5. The Netrunner finds Miriam. So the Netrunner finds Miriam, who's on the 2nd floor, who hasn't moved down to the bottom floor to attempt to get the job done yet. That will have to be Miriam's next turn. So finds her, and then is going to attempt to run Deck Crash on her and forcibly push her out of the system. So that would be his one go of this turn. So he's identified her. She's found him. He is going to try. So he's only got one action left. He's going to attempt to basically kick her out of the system. So he's going to attempt to run Deck Crash. He has no attack, no defense, no res. So in the process of running Deck Crash would just be him versus her. She is going to burn her 3 luck on this. So he gets a 4. So he gets a 10. She has nothing protecting her. So she gets a 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, nice. So she gets a 20. So he executes Deck Crash and she is able to evade being ejected from the network at this turn, which means she might just be able to get her job done. It's now Owen. Oh, I'm tempted to get Owen to pick up that pistol, crack one at the mook and attempt to leave. And basically go get Miriam and get out because he's got impulsivity. So I'm going to say, as part of Owen's move, Owen is going to grab that pistol off the floor. The guy shot once, didn't he? So he's got 7 shots left in it. He's going to grab the pistol. It's a heavy pistol. We might be able to sell it. He hasn't even got a heavy pistol. He's just got a very heavy pistol. He's just got a heavy pistol. Owen's going to grab the pistol. He's got a move of 8. He's going to grab the pistol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he's going to shoot this mook. With loads of people going all over this place. And Timu saying, don't do that, which is a handgun of 11. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means he's got to do a 15s. So a 13 is a miss. So there's potential he could hit someone else. On a 1 and 2, he's hit someone else. No. So he shoots and it misses. So he's got 6 rounds left in that. That's rubbish, wasn't it? That was a rubbish shot. He's got handgun. What do we have? We've got handgun of 11, and he needed a 15 because it's outside of that range. Well, fair enough. That is Owen. Miriam. Miriam's got this Netrunner who's trying to kick her from the system. She could try and zap the Netrunner, but really she's got a job to do. So she's going to have to go down. So she moves down to the file. She is going to attempt to, so she's got cloak. She could res cloak. What does she need to do? She needs to cloak, which is eraser. So she is going to res eraser, which is one action. Moving up and in and out of an architecture doesn't do anything. The skunk is already latched onto her. She could try and finish killing the skunk by using sword again, but she really wants to. So she slid down. No, she can't slide, can she? She's actually just moved. Okay, she can't move from this floor. She's tied to this floor by this skunk. This skunk is tied to the floor, so she can only attempt to slide. So to move down, she needs to slide past the skunk. So it's tied here. She can't escape the Netrunner basically because it's tied here. So the first thing she has to do is attack the skunk and kill the skunk, which is possible because it's only got 1 hit point left. So she uses her first action. She uses a sword on the skunk, which is 4, which is 5, which is a 9. And the skunk has a defense of 2, which it defends. So she raises her second action and uses her second sword. Which is 9 again. It's got a defense of 2, which it defends again. So she can't defend against either one of those. She can attempt to slide down then. So her next one is attempting to slide down because she failed to slide. So she needs to roll. So it's got a perception of 2. So it rolls a 2, rolls a 5. That's not great. Oh, hold on. Rolls a 5. She has a 4 minus 2, a 2, which is an 8. So she managed to slide down to the next level, to that final level. So the skunk, the skunk is still on her. Yeah, the skunk is still on her. So the skunk is still on her, which means the Netrunner still knows where she is, but she's now slid down to the level where the file is. So she's now on the level where the file is that she needs to replace and then cover her tracks. So she needs one more turn. So she's going to say, she can still move, but she can't move very far away from this spot. The executive is still hiding. We are on our next turn. We have 1 turn left and then security gets called. The skunk is going to attempt. So the skunk has already hit Miriam. It doesn't do any damage to Miriam. It just stays there. So the skunk doesn't do anything. It's already attacked her and it's already affected her and highlighted. So it's done its job. It doesn't need to do anything else. The mook is going to chase down Owen and try and hit Owen. So 17, Owen has 14 dodges. This mook is so rubbish. 13, Owen can't fail to dodge that. Dodges that. So the mook's flashing. Owen's dodging around. Owen is gonna, because he shot at the Owen, didn't he? Owen shot at the mook. Then we've got Timu. I think Timu is going to get the hell out of Dodge. They've sort of caused some problems, killed someone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's coming over to try and get Miriam out, he's known for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to attempt to get Miriam out of here before things go badly. Bodyguard is down. The Netrunner is going to, so the Netrunner can move down to the level where Miriam moved down to. He is going to try, he could try and crash her erase, which will give her the +2 cloak, which is what she needs to try and cover her tracks to get out. So he can see that running, or he can just try and hit her with the Hellbolt. I think Hellbolt is anti-personnel. All right, he's going to attempt to attack Miriam with a Hellbolt. It's a +2 attack with his reference, with his interface of 4, gives him a 6, which gives him a 13. Miriam has a 4, has a 6, so Miriam gets hit by 2d6 direct to her brain. So 10. She didn't have armor up, sadly. She didn't put armor up, so she gets hit by 10 points, putting her down to 30. So her deck catches on fire, as does her clothes. she's going to take 2 points damage each turn. He then, now he's toasted her, he is going to attempt to run deck crash and force her from the network, which is his 4, which is 13. She has her 4. She's going to chuck those 3 points in, which is a 7, which is a 10. So she gets kicked. So they don't get that job done. So they haven't done the job properly. So she is forced from the network forcibly. Miriam is kicked from the system by this netrunner. So our contest, Miriam loses. That's the netrunner who's now kicked her from the system. Miriam is no longer in the network. Owen is going to follow the lead of Timu, and he is going to, he can split his move, can't he? So he's going to move just 1, 2, shoot the mook, which is only a 13 to hit, which is an 8 plus his handgun of 11, it gives a 19, so he shoots the mook. It's a very heavy pistol, which is 4d6 damage, doing much better. 8, 11, 16 points. The mook has a body armor of 4, so 12 points go through. He has a hit points of 10, so that puts him down to 8 hit points, which is well below his, oh my god, this isn't, there's no point doing this anymore, level. And then Owen will move the rest of his move, which is, he's got an 8 move, so he moved, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get out. Yes, he is leaving his girlfriend behind, but he's got impulse control and poor behaviour control, and a lack of remorse or guilt. We then have, so that's Owen. We've now got Miriam, who's got kicked. Miriam is on fire, so Miriam takes 2 points of damage, putting on 28 hit points. Miriam is going to use her 7 move to get out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so Miriam is out. The executive has been warned, but he hasn't had the stuff put in, so they might not be able to get full money. Flip to the top, the skunk doesn't matter. The mook isn't bothering. Timu is going to get out. Owen gets out. Miriam gets out. They are going to attempt to do a runner. This is the turn that the security would have turned up. So they will then leg it. End of this. We will have them. So Miriam, they whilst running down the street, will be putting Miriam out. Miriam's deck is going to need to be fixed. Who took hits? Miriam is the only one who took any damage out of that. No one's armor took anything. Miriam's really badly injured, so we will need to work out how we heal Miriam. But once we get back to Japantown, old Japantown, then Timu can have a look at her. But at this point, that didn't go very well for us. Now, what we need to roll now is what our development is going to be, which will progress the main part of the story and the thing about that netrunner. So maybe the netrunner who we fought against knows 24/7, and he's going to be able to tell 24/7 about this netrunner Miriam who came in. So next we need a development. 21 is foreshadowing. So we failed to really do the whole thing properly. So let me read to you what we would see foreshadowing it as, but I think you can guess. So the foreshadowing means that we need, so someone is going to warn us about something that will happen next. So someone's going to come up to us. So this will happen next session, but someone's going to warn. But what we're going to roll is we're going to roll now cliffhanger 2, so we know what we're being warned about. 38 is contest. We're not going to have another contest. Unless that netrunner is going to challenge Miriam. Maybe we'll roll again, but maybe we'll hold contest for now in our heads. 67. Monster would be, so monster comes out as something like a cyber psycho, something like a one-shot big dude that we can't deal with. So that was quite evenly matched. We had 2 mooks against us 2, and we didn't really have much of a problem. This would be one single thing. So maybe, actually, I quite like the idea of monster. I quite like the idea of us being foreshadowed and being warned that something big is coming for us. Maybe it's the solo who thinks we hit 24/7. They're going to come for us. So we're going to get warned next session that someone's coming for us, and then we will have something will happen against someone. But we still need to raise some money because we haven't raised enough money because we failed at that bit. So that's what's happening next. We get back. We see to Miriam and her wounds. And then Timu is going to have to make which should be easy. So Timu breaks out the med kit stuff. Timu has a 8 for paramedic. Someone has, I think Owen has a medical kit. Med kit. Owen has a med kit. Owen has first aid of 6. Timu has first aid of 9. So it just needs to be a DV10 roll. So Timu rolls 15. So Timu fixes up Miriam. Miriam is stabilised. Miriam needs to rest for 2 days to get full hit points. So they're going to lay low until Wednesday. Then they're going to have to go out to speak to the Steel Girls. And during that time, we will also need to fix the deck. So Miriam will fix the deck during this period of time. And that is our first proper session of Cyberpunk Red. I think that's going okay. So we have our story starting to build. We have some things starting to happen. We're going to need to find out properly what's going on and then try and raise our rent. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, I don't know how long that's going to end up being. I think it's going to end up quite long, and I do apologise, but thank you very much for sticking through. If you're a subscriber, I very much appreciate you, and I always will. You are awesome people. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Thank you very, very much to the Adventurers Guild for all of your support and all of your help. I will see you all next time.